feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
Hi everyone, welcome. If you are new here, I'm so happy to have you. If you are my previous subscribers, welcome. I'm so happy to have you, my little astronaut. So please, if you are new here, please don't forget to hit that bell icon. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video. It really helps with engagement. And also lets me, the content creator, know whether or not I should make more videos like this. So, and also put that in the comment section below what you think of today's content. So quickly before we do begin, I just want to put this up here. This is being live streamed on July 15, 2021 at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you are interested in booking any sort of reading with me, tarot, anything, check the description below. I have that in my website. And here are some quick disclaimers just so you guys know of today's topic so I don't get in trouble by YouTube. In the midst of today's video, just to kind of get like a nice break in between, we'll be using interesting chess, which is basically dice inside the chess, and you have to guess what number the dice comes out to. So there's that. But anyway, besides that, I wanted to also have a little conversation to talk with you. And I wanted to let you guys know that I will not be talking about Donald Trump, the president. It's actually 10:10 Eastern Standard Time right now. And I won't be talking about the president, the former president anymore. After August 13th, so any content, we're going to have a party. We are going to have everything Trump right before the 13th of August. Any question you want to ask, I'll get it covered and straight away. Then after August 13th, we'll have a party celebrating the end of us talking about the Trump reality and everything about Donald Trump, and we'll move on forward. I decided in the midst of this break from the previous video till now that I will still be doing politics. It just won't be heavily condensed as focused on Biden and Donald Trump. It'll just more be like whatever you guys ask. When you request it, I'll make a video on it. If you don't request it, there won't be a video on it. But other than that, I just wanted to let you guys know that, so there won't be any Donald Trump anymore. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, since January, but I didn't know where I needed to take my channel, and so I needed more time. So now I know where I want to take my channel, and I have a path forward. And, you know, we'll, of course, we're moving Trump slowly next month. So there should be a lot of fun. Hi, Paula. Hi, Death. Hi, Doris. Hi, Julie. What's up, love? Thank you all for coming. So we're going to be talking about the UFOs and the reports that have been coming out since last year. And there's been more and more reporting about aliens and UFOs. So it's interesting. It's really interesting to see how everything's unfolding. So far, everything I said about Trump and everything has been coming really true and, coming to life. So we're going to move on. And so for the extraterrestrial subject, it's a favorite topic of mine. Yeah, it is for me too, but specifically dinosaurs, Nazis, and extraterrestrial. For some reason, they all seem to be evolved around me. They're very interesting to see how history really played out and why things happened the way they do. And so, there's been a lot of reporting lately on the news. You may have heard about UFO sighting. What I do know about aliens so far, though, is that they are here and they're not harmful. So please do not think aliens are dangerous. They're not here to hurt you. No matter what the media or the government tells you, they're not here to hurt you. Just please know that. They're not here to hurt you. They're here to help you, right? And so, you're asking, well, why are they here? Like, I don't understand what's the purpose of them here. Well, if you have ever noticed, there's been reporting that these UFOs or spaceships will be normally in areas where there is carrying nuclear missiles or arsenals, where there is a nuclear site, anything that could be very detrimental to Earth. You often find a high concentration of UFOs, and that is because they have the ability, these extraterrestrials, to dismantle anything that could possibly be damaging not only to our Earth, but also to the universe. Because if you look at it and around the world, that those asteroids could have been from a previous planet where our own self may have came from, and we must have blown it up. We'll take a nice deep look on what's happening and why they're here specifically, but I just want to give you a little background on aliens and why they're here and that they're good beings. The only ones that are bad are Draconians or reptilians, just so you know that. Just want to put that out there. There are some bad ones as well, but most of them are here just to help. Okay. Yeah, no, we can't be the only one in the universe, of course. Of course, they are here. They've been here for tens of thousands of years. They seeded this planet. Yeah, it's very interesting. I think this is their planet, and we invaded. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's take a nice look at this. So please keep in mind, it's just for entertainment purposes only, YouTube. All right, so Spirit Angels, please tell me, why are there a high concentration of UFO sightings? This is like a nice little break from, politics. I think so. Okay, so Spirit Angels, tell me, why is there a high concentration of UFO sightings? Okay, that was a lot. Okay. Anything else? Okay. So I got to give me 4 cards. And it's funny because one of my channels, they said the Garden of Eden and the Garden of Eden. It was known differently. There were 2 different gardens. One was a duplicate. So one was known as the Garden of Eden, and the other one was known as the Garden of Eden, which is about the same way, just was pronounced differently. It's very interesting. You can watch that video if you ever want to. It has like a snake on it. And actually, I looked it up, and that snake was there, so it's really weird. But anyway, we have the Empress card in reverse. And what this is telling me here is that there is a sense that Mother Nature isn't our planet. Again, like I said earlier before we started the reading, it feels as if the energy surrounding the Empress card in reverse is that this is not our planet. And that's why people who are here don't care about the planet as much as they should. And that is because they're actually not from this planet. They actually don't care about the planet. They were almost the best way I could put it is that these people who don't care about the planet, it feels as if their energy is like they've been created out of something, like almost like a lab creation. Like they weren't actually made for nature. They were made scientifically in some way by some sort of advanced technology. And I spoke about this many times on my other channel. This channel. On many other episodes about aliens and how humans came to be and the soy plaque mashes. So I don't want to ruin it for you. So definitely go back and check those out. Quite interesting. We have here as well as we have the page of stories, and that's reversed. And what this tells me is that they took the previous couple of species and then they put a little alien DNA in it and created us. It feels as if we're not really going through a time frame period where we are like the first species. That's why you see monkeys related to us, but never 100%. No, there's no animal on Earth that is 100% our DNA, because our DNA has 99% of different animals plus different human species, but only 1% matches extraterrestrial. That is why they always say in science that there's only 99% probability that we are related to them, but never a fully 100%. And that is because that 1% is extraterrestrial. That is why we have psychic abilities, right? We have here the Ace of Wands. It feels as if what is going on now with the UFOs and why there's so many sightings is that they are trying to give us another chance as humanity to kind of give us the helping hand, because they know how much it's not our fault that we got in the situation. It's the people who have been put into power, who've gone into power, whether by corruption or by other means. It feels as if there's like a power structure that how can you blame the people as a collective if they are being misfed and misled different information, right? That's why they're here. And they're here because they're trying to help change us into a higher vibration of consciousness. So that is what's going on. Like a lot of us be talking about 5D, stuff like that. That is that consciousness, because we're supposed to rise up and be able to acquire this brand new state of perception, be able to understand a more collective and more deeper, intensive knowledge. That's where we are as a collective. That's what they're trying to do, because how can we, me and you, know the truth if people who are in position of power and authority are not telling us? You can't blame me and you, because we didn't know any better. We don't know better. We're innocent, but they are not. And that is why the UFOs are here and the aliens are here, the extraterrestrials are here, because they are infiltrating into our society to help us spread the knowledge. That's why you see them being killed. That's why you see them, the U.S. military going after them. That's why you see the media now starting to go on this rampant where they're starting to say, "Oh my God, there's like extraterrestrials outside. They're coming here. They're gonna try to kill us all. Stuff like that," because they are fearful of losing control. That is what this is all about, and that's why the media. Well, you might be thinking, well, why is the media taking part in this? Well, the reason why the media is taking part in all of this is because if they lose control of the government or they lose control of their own authority or obeying laws, guess what happened to the media? Nobody's going to watch the media anymore because no one needs to worry about what is happening next, what is happening now. So they lose control. It's a power structure. And that is what is going on. Because we have the Queen of Wands reversed. And this is interesting. Because it feels that we're not there yet, but we will be. And they're trying to get us to the state of consciousness where we're able to stand our ground to know the truth. You see? You have here one story. You'd be like, you will fight for the truth, but you're relaxed. You have authority. You know exactly. But also the clouds resemble the divine, the divinity, the divine message, receiving the higher extraterrestrial knowledge. Being in a state of calmness, willing to fight anybody who is willing to harm you, get rid of you, right? And this is the hand coming out, receiving the knowledge willingly and openly. And that is why you see on the news media and the news outlets talking about and politicians and other people blaming woke culture and cancel culture. Cancel culture is a good thing. You want to know why? Because cancel culture is where people finally feel the consequences for their own actions. And that's why they say cancel culture, because you're being canceled because of the things that you did, and you rightfully so. For woke culture is all about us rising into this higher state of consciousness. Do you know I got banned on Instagram for my channel, but I posted and uploaded a media about an inspirational quote about meditation, and then they shut it down as false information for talking about Warren Buffett, even though it had nothing to do with it. It had everything to do with meditation and giving you guys tips, and they shut down my video and my post. So of course, they are trying to ban us on TikTok, another social media outlet. They have banned us from using the word ascension. So we're not allowed to say the word ascension. So again, just so you know, they are trying to center you people and us. They're trying to center people who are woke because they are afraid of what will happen when the rest of the world become awake, because it's happening now. It's going to happen. That's why the aliens are here. The extraterrestrials and the people are here in the human skin. So just want to give you a little bit of information on that so you kind of know what is going on. So let's jump into the next part. Let me just pull up some of your questions. I think it's awesome. Okay, sorry. You guys are talking to each other. Love your previous channel when Jupiter came through. Yeah, that was quite interesting. Jupiter was actually a planet. It was a planet, Jupiter. So I was weird because, a planet is not an actual being, but it's an energy field. So maybe that explains why they came through. I don't know exactly. That was a little weird. I have Saturn as well. Our DNA is a combination of extraterrestrial and Earth primates. Exactly. Yep. The Ace of Clubs reminds me of 2001 Space Odyssey, when the primitive age-like beings discovered the long bones of animal skeletons that could be used to bulge in another. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it has to do with what I was saying earlier. But anyway, so let's take a nice look at extraterrestrials. We're going to use this deck here, Beyond Lemuria, and I think it will be an awesome deck. It talks about the yin and yang and the DNA, and I'm going to have you take a look at this, right? You kind of look at here, you kind of see the consciousness, right? The coded messages going to her third eye. You have the DNA, right? We have the fish with the yin and yang. It's a very beautiful artwork, right? Very beautiful. And I figured this would be great because the person who was telling me about this deck that she had, that this was part draconian, part extraterrestrial. And I thought it would be a great way for us to be able to not only get to know the deck on a more deeper level, but to also understand why extraterrestrials and UFOs are actually here. By actually communicating with them through an actual deck that is representing extraterrestrials. And actually funny because we have at the bottom here, we have communication co-creation, right? We have different alien species coming together to create something new, right? You create a brand new society, create a brand new humanity. Now I'm going to talk about time and death and how that all related. And I did speak about this on my other channels and my other episodes, but I'll go more in depth on how it's reflected with 306 with Donald Trump and Biden and how that's important and how that plays into everything as well. I'll go more in depth with this, but that will be in my episode of series where I'll break it down for you. Right? Okay, so Spirits and Angels tell me, why are UFOs, why are there so many reports? Like, what else? What are the UFOs here for? Let's just know about that. And I know some UFOs from my dream told me that some UFOs are American-made. By the way, a lot of them are American and worldwide made, not extraterrestrials. So just also please keep that in mind as well. They may have stolen the blueprint on how to make UFOs. So there's that as well. Okay, Spirits and Angels, please give me a message. Okay, that's too many. One card or two cards, please, at least, or three. And I want to let you guys know because a lot of you guys are talking about 4D, and I want to put this up here. So we have here our DNA is changing as we speak, preparing for ascension to the fourth density, the destiny of love and service to others. Thank you, Julie. I'm going to actually release on how you know when you're in the 4D. Everybody has your own pace. Part of being in the 4D, you're going to know is when you see holograms. Is when you're in 4D. And I'll explain why. So Spirits and Angels, please tell me, why are UFOs or extraterrestrials here? What is the message to us? What do we need to know right now? This is really being shuffled very a lot. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay. Perfect. We're talking about 4D, and we have here air. And look at this, paradigm shift. Look at this. I'm going to have you look at the illustration, right? You kind of see here, this is you, but then look at your perspective changing, your eyes moving in different directions. It kind of feels like a mirror image, like you are extending to the higher realms, right? You have your heart chakra here, the crystal grid, and then you have here your head, and then the crown, and then the different auras. You're extending to the highest level. And if you look here, this is the crystal grid. This is the crystal grid. And so they're telling us right now, they're communicating through our conversation about the paradigm shift is starting to begin. The reason why they're here is that they're trying to shift us into the fourth dimension, into the fifth dimension and beyond. Part of being in the 4D is there's going to be a hologram. Part of being in 3D is, 2D. Let me just tell you what 2D is. 2D is like a book, right? That's why I know Earth is held. And I'll explain that more in more depth in another video. But, so, look at this. So, this is 2D, right? This is 2D. The book is 2D because it's just two-dimensional, right? It's 3D in our world, but in another world, it's just 2 pages and not 2D. But in 3D, you can move it, you can feel it, you can touch it, you can smell it, you can lick it, you can eat it. That is 3D. 3D is you can physically see it with your eyes. In 4D, the difference between 3D and 4D is the fact that there's figures like me and you, except the energy and the light runs so fast that it creates a solid figure. But when you put your hand through it, it becomes unsolid, almost as if you were playing with cornstarch, right? You cornstarch, you put water in it, you mix it up with cornstarch, and you punch it, it becomes solid. But if you put your finger in it, it becomes liquid. Kind of the same thing, right? The same concept is that hologram creates a figure of something that you can physically see with your eyes, looks solid until you eat it or you touch it or whatever. And it's actually not nothing. It's just a form of light creating an actual being. That is what 4D is, because you can see it, but you can put your hand through it, and it wouldn't be stopped by the actual 3D physical. That is what 4D means. So that is, I just want to give you information. I received information on that. So I hope that clears it up, Doris. Okay, so let's talk about this. If we are star seeds, does that change our DNA? So let me get the star seed deck. Okay, so we have star child and star seed. What one do you guys feel more drawn to? You feel more drawn to the star child, or do you feel more drawn to the star seed oracle deck? What one you feel more drawn to? I'll give you a moment. I'm gonna wait for it to pop up. All right, good, Doris. I'm glad it makes more sense. Linda, what do you think? And everybody else as well. Do you think star seed, or do you think the star child? Because whatever the collective is, because we're all connected, so we're probably going to end up saying the same thing. I think personally this one, but I want to see what you guys think. Star seed? Yeah, I thought that too. Yeah. All right. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so spirits and angels tell me about starseed. Will our DNA change with starseed? I'm a librarian. I make sure I have every question possible that represents every fact I could possibly answer. So I make sure I have all of them. I'm crazy a little bit. Okay, so spirits and angels tell me if we are starseed, not everybody's starseed. I just want to put that out here. Not everybody is starseed. Does that change our DNA? Does this change our DNA, spirit angel? Tell me. If we are star seeds, does that change our DNA as human beings? Okay, one more shuffle, please. One card. Thank you. Okay, I don't know what the card is, so we're going to leave it like that for a moment. Okay, two more cards. Yes, no. Give me like the past and the future. Give me a past, please, about whether or not if we are star seeds, does our DNA change? Okay. They gave me 3 cards, so perfect. Even better. Okay. Let's see. So we have here, we have this card, but I'm going to show you down a little bit. I'm going to move the question just so you guys know. All right, so we have here is we have the perspective. None of this matters due to common ground. This is all about perspective, right? We asking about whether or not if you are a star seed, will your DNA be changed because of your star seed, right? Will your DNA, human DNA, change? We have here as well as we have Earth pulsation. Pulse of mother, slow down time in nature, right? Then the next card here is we have the past, future, which is breath of the cosmos. My thy will, try to thy will, micromanage in the universe, the breath of the cosmos, right? And what I'm feeling here, I'm going to move this for a second. What I am feeling here in this energies here is that this perspective of pulsing and the breath of the cosmos is that in one point in time, right, you see here, if you look really closely, this is Earth, this is planet Earth. Now, you can't really see it because I'm trying to get really good, but you can't see it. But that is planet Earth from very far away, right? And what this is telling me is that a long time ago, that we were nothing. We came from nothing. We were just stardust being formed into light energy. And actually, our light is beaming so fast that it becomes physical, like almost like a hologram. We're like a walking hologram is what we are, right? And now we have here is we have Earth pulsing, pulsing mother, slow down time in nature. A lot of what is going on right now in Mother Nature is that Mother Nature is going crazy because of the energy change, the big shift that are about to happen, right? The big shift is coming. The time in nature is needed for you to be able to change your DNA. You know, part of being in a star seed, you have to be a part of the planet in which you live in now. So in order to change your DNA and to lighten that, the lighten the load, you need to be able to be a part of it. You need to immerse yourself in the experience completely. What we have here in the future is you have the breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromatters in the universe, right? And it's telling me here is that in one point in time, you were nothing. You were born on Earth to create and help the pulsing of Mother Earth to be able to go through this very challenging time into what is going to happen and to allow us to experience the human experience, right? It's almost like study abroad, but away from your planet, right? And then we have here, we'll go back after death on planet Earth. We will start to breathe back into the cosmos. We will be back where we were, back on our home planet, right? And of course, the card that came out was loosen your grip. Coping mechanism, density, addiction, let God in. And what this is telling me here is that eventually part of the thing that changes, and a lot of people don't tell you this because they're not going to be 100% honest with you, but I am, and I will. Part of being in the ascension process is that in order for you to ascend to the next dimension, you have to die in this reality. You have to have your physical die in this dimension because you cannot be in the 4D and still be in the 3D. It's just not possible because the 4D is not about the physical. Now, I could be entirely wrong. I'm going to look more in depth at this. I'm going to talk to my guys, kind of see what other information they have for me. But what is understanding here is that you right now needs to die. Now, it doesn't mean physical body, it could mean the physical body, it could mean literally, but it could be talking metaphorically about you need to allow yourself, who you are right now, to die and dissipate. That means your past life trauma, your childhood trauma, everything needs to go. So when you let those things go and you reabsorb other information, you will start to become a better being. You start to enlighten yourself because you're not worrying about, oh, I feel this way because of my childhood. No, you're doing it on an act of love and understanding and enlightenment. That is what that means. So yes, I do feel like in some way you will start to change once you start to let go of your previous childhood and everything that happened to you. Interesting. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna go back to Linda's question. I think I lost Linda's question. Right after Linda, we have here. Oh, I'm glad you like the illustration. Flower of Life is that crystal grid pattern, also includes Metatron Cube. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the Metatron Cube is the vehicle in which we as human drive. Okay, I'm looking if anybody had asked any questions, so no one has. Hi, Flo. What's up, love? The law one from the entity collective called Ra speaks of service to others being a key to choice and extension. Now, I don't know who Ra is, and I can't really speak on that behalf as I don't like to communicate with any beings who are not within my circle of people who I know truly, like not aliens, like angels and stuff like that. So I don't know who Ra is, but the Ra that I think you might be talking about might be Egyptian in some way or some form. So let's talk about divine. Let's talk about the divine and divinity, right? So while we are doing that, I am going to go right next door. I'm going to grab a deck that's really beautiful. It's a Japanese one. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to put you on a nice ad break. Have you ever wondered how you can submit a question or a video request? Well, I will show you in this commercial how you can do that. So you go to my channel. You click on any of my uploads or any recent videos that you may see, and you go to the description. As you can clearly see, I already clicked on a previous video. You scroll down, and you click right here where it says submit your question, topic, or video request here. You can also add in a link and information that you would like to add in. You can ask at least 10, and you can keep resubmitting as many as you would like. You'll click that link, and it will take you to my website. And this is what my website looks like. You could book a reading with me. You could find me email, other information along with my YouTube channel. You will click submit your video request here, and you will click on that. And it will take you to a Google form where you guys can fill out and be able to put all your questions here. So thank you all for coming, and I'll just turn you right back to your content right now. Okay, so so a lot of you guys said he is Ra from Egypt. If I was just talking to Ra, I would like to talk to the actual entity Ra, not just any being who named Ra. So yeah, I agree with you. We have here as well. I remember hearing that you still have 3D when you go to 4D. The world just contains more aspect. I believe that. I believe that. I'm gonna try to, read on this potentially in the future and kind of see what information, channel it, whatever, and kind of see what my guys give me. Hi, Paul Latin. What's up, love? The Ra I am talking about is the collective entities that speak as one, not the Egyptian god. Oh, I don't know, Dan. I'm sorry. I have no idea who that is. Are you talking about the Antaro guide, like the person she talked to? All right, so spirits and angels, please tell me what else do we need to know about divine messages? What do we need to know? Doris, I'm gonna answer your question about whether or not we're gonna answer the question after this, okay? So you know. All right, so spirits and angels, please tell me divine messages that we need to know about the report of UFOs, extraterrestrials, and everything else. Okay, perfect. So we have here at Styrage, we have the 9 of Cups and we have the 3 of Cups, right? So the message is also it's very fluid, right? We have two women, almost like they're being very kind, very sweet, very loving towards one another. Now, what this is talking about is the femininity between the two people, right? That there is no such thing as sexuality beyond the 3D. So this is like non-binary, basically, which is why you have these things and people out in my LGBT community talking about non-binary and stuff like that. That is because it's part of the ascension process to get us to where we need to be, to get us where we need to go. Have you ever noticed that since 1940, there's been a lot of things like implementation of men being blue and female being pink, but it was actually reversed before that, or like hateful ideologies such as gays being a sin in 1940. Like there was a lot of things that was added in 1940, and that is because they were trying to delay the ascension process. However, it is not working anymore. It has backfired. And this is very important. It's very true because what this is telling us here is that, you can see Turkish energy, Turkish, right? We also see the Chinese dress. Now, I could be wrong what this is, but this is the energy that I'm feeling. That countries from around the world, from different areas of life, are starting to merge together, right? It's starting to merge as one. We are starting to become one central humanity. We are starting to realize that there is no such thing. There is no imaginary borders that divide me and you. Just because I am white doesn't mean anything, right? Just because you are black does not mean anything. That is because what has divided us as a human and as a race, as a society, was borders or labeled or our past is what has divided us, because it had never united us at one point in time. Think about it. When's the last time has humans been united? Never. Because there was no time in history where all humans have stood their ground together as a collective. And that is because the more divided you are, the easier you are to conquer. And the easier you are to conquer, the less likely you're able to withstand the strength, the force that is being put onto you. Because we have here, as well as we have the 3 of Cups, you have another women energy. All 3 women from India coming in. I feel like this is like Buddha, but it's also something else that's been asked, I think. I don't know. But it's like a religion. But it's like coming in, like these people are just like chilling, they're dancing, stuff like that. I really don't know how to dance, clearly. But what it's telling me here is that people are happy, they're dancing, but they're not dancing at the same time, because this is us. Look at them. This is genuine, right? This is who we are going to be. This is who we want to be, right? But if you look at this, these are like, thank you, ball dancer. And if you look at the eyes very closely, they're kind of dark, right? They're like dancing, but they're not aware of them dancing. They're like kind of dancing or stuff like that. Like almost like they're there, but they're not there. You know what I mean? You ever seen those people like daydreaming? It's like that. It's like they're daydreaming, that they don't understand what's going on. You ever go into like what to call it? You ever go into a grocery store and you kind of see people and it's like, Like they're so confused, like they don't even know they exist. They have no awareness. That's what that is. That is the ascension process. Being woke is being understanding that you are a person in this universe living a human experience. But other people, they're just like drooling. They're like, I want almonds, stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. The island of Bali, like a tropical paradise. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Yeah, they're in a trance, yes. But I'm not making fun of the culture. I just want to put that out there. I'm not making fun of the culture. That's the energy. I feel like as a collective, that is who we are right now. Like, we're just dancing. We're not aware. That's the collective. It doesn't resonate with us because we're not that. We're not like dancing unaware. We are aware of where we are and where we come from. Other people, on the other hand, they're not aware. So I just want to put that out there in case. Do the next part. But again, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I do hope you guys enjoy this video. Please don't forget to join me live tomorrow at 3:30 or 3 o'clock. And I will be talking about God, the God, and what I received in terms of divine messages and what that means. It has nothing really to do with, it's actually 11:11, by the way, Eastern Standard Time. And it's 11 people. But anyway, it's all about what it means and what God means. I received and I downloaded information. I was like, watching something on YouTube, and I was like, what does God mean? I want to know what God means. And they gave me a coded message of what God means. And so I want to talk about that, and it's very interesting. So if you guys do like this, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.